Alright. Welcome back to Regaining Lost Power. I will... Regaining Lost Power. Ooh, there's some feedback. Let's start with charisma rolls to see what happened last time.
Oh, it's charisma. Oh, it's
Getting some feedback from Mirasha. I can hear the stream. Okay.
partly me too. Hang on. Yes.
Alright, let's have Boro and Delta make another roll.
Have a fail off.
I think you mean a win off.
Well, not for you.
Boro, who do you want to do the recap?
Maybe Delta? I don't know. Go with Delta.
I don't remember. I was late last time.
Shit.
Okay,
All
Khalas.
I remember is we were camped and then we got attacked.
That was pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You did
By
it!
those filthy thieves.
That makes
Yeah,
a
there
lot of
was
gold.
Khalas was watching, and then she got they were darts thrown at her, and so she woke everybody up, and then charged into the darkness, and then got her ass kicked. But luckily, everybody showed up in time, so she didn't. Nothing bad happened, except we got robbed.
And we have a prisoner.
And we have a prisoner that apparently we're torturing and doing a lot of horrible things to.
I am not doing horrible things. I am.
Oh yeah, no, Boro and Mirasha are going overboard, but I mean it's within their characters.
Oh yeah, Alex. I saw a thing about Misty Step saying like they can like teleport out of their cuffs, then they should also leave their clothes behind every time. I thought that was kind of funny.
I did a lot of research about last session. I made a lot of mistakes, but in the end, it turned out okay for you guys.
Mhm.
What would you? Is there anything that you would like to? Going forward.
Well, Boro and Delta would not have run into the darkness to see them because neither of them have dark vision. And
I thought I cast dancing lights though.
you did, but with the goblin teleporting 30 feet and then running another 30 feet, you wouldn't have been able to see
But
him
he
in
didn't
that
run.
time.
I teleported at the same time. Like right after he did.
Okay.
You can teleport?
I also have Misty Step.
Mm.
I did look up sleeping in armor, and it's not as bad as people think, which is kind of weird. 5e is pretty lenient when it comes to the effects of sleeping in armor. Like light armor or no armor, you get nothing bad happens. But if you have medium or heavy, it's a quarter of your hit dice gets back instead of a half, and you don't regain any exhaustion levels. Like you don't
Okay,
lose
I thought
those.
it gave you a point of exhaustion.
No. There are a lot of people talking about realism and how, well, if you're sleeping, you're gonna be super uncomfortable, and so you don't regain a whole lot of, like, you get a short rest instead. But it'd be like depending on what the party thinks and what the DM thinks. But we can talk about that later. So right now, just donning and doffing your armor doesn't really matter, which is weird.
Is that the word? Doffing?
Yes, it's doff.
that-
Mm-hmm.
Doff.
Well, it's the opposite of don.
Mm-hmm.
Because
As everybody knows, I guess.
you heard
except
the
for
word
me.
like
I
don
did
your
not know that, so.
don your clothing or don your armor
Yes.
or something like that.
Yes,
so
I heard that. I didn't know the reverse of that was
Yes.
doff.
Yeah,
Doff.
just like it's Twilight and Twidark.
it's on or off.
Also, yeah, for me it's 8 hours. It's not 4. It's only a pure elf thing.
Yeah. But
What, sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm only half elf, so that means I need 8 hours too.
Yeah, and you can totally just hang out for a while, for like 6 hours. As long as you're not doing anything extraneous like travel or combat or casting spells, you can basically take a long rest. I think that's it.
So it doesn't have to be actual sleeping, it just has to be rest.
For the most part, yeah. Like that's why you
But
guys can keep
behavior.
watch for 3 hours.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I'm sure you guys are dying to know how much gold you have left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I will go through the list and tell each person what the amount they have left is, and you can see the difference. Boro, you have 8 platinum, 70 gold, 34 silver, 43 copper. Delta, you have 8 platinum, 38 gold, 28 silver, 20 copper. Guryev, you have 9 gold, 10 silver, 9 copper.
Is that
Gwyn-
from my character sheet?
That's
or
from your
the
personal-
back holding?
That's from your personal stash.
Is it 9, 10, 9?
Yes. Gwen, you have 8 platinum, 34 gold, 39 silver, 50 copper. Khalas,
Oh my goodness.
you have 5 platinum, 37 gold, 34 silver, and 2 copper. Mirasha, you have 4 platinum,
That was-
3...
34, and what was the
2. Mirasha, you have 4 platinum, 3 gold, 76 silver, 47 copper. And the bag of holding has 6 platinum, 2 gold, 1 silver, and 9 copper.
Those bitches robbed me.
Okay, so
You're right.
super
my
quick, just a
goodness.
repeat of my numbers again. 8 platinum and what?
8, 70, 34, 43.
They
Perfect.
took.
And
Holding one more time.
Well, not
and-
perfect, but
bag of holding 6 platinum, 2, 1, 9. And for reference, we go into like kind of the metric system of money. So 100 of each equals the upper. So 100 copper to silver and so on. The standard in regular 5e is 10, 10, 10, 100. So 100 gold to a platinum. And then 10 for the rest. But we're doing 100 each, so it just simplifies it.
Now that everybody is done talking for like a million hours, can you please reread mine?
Ooh. Delta 8, 38, 28, 20.
Thank you.
And we are getting back to the party. You guys have just taken a long rest. Don't really need to talk about watches. Like, I'm sure you guys would keep extra vigilant based on what just happened tonight. And while it does take you into half of the next day, you manage to wake up with a naked goblin in tied and gagged in rope. And yeah, what you do next is up to you.
Wait, why is he naked?
I took off his armor. I didn't know if it was magical or not.
Or
Okay.
He did have plate armor and a short sword and a shield on him. And a crossbow.
and people recognized him? Yes,
Yes, I believe
Okay.
with his armor up.
with
with his armor off. Oh,
not
with
entirely with his armor
now
off.
I recognize you.
Now that you're naked.
They're
Well,
gonna
you
hang
did-
a butt anywhere.
Not wrong.
2 of you did see him naked at one point.
Yeah.
Khalas, you only seen him armored, and then Boro only heard his voice.
I want my money.
I would also like to get my money. That was, I think I had like about 250 something equivalent of gold on my persons, and now I'm down to 50.
I had 618 gold, and now I'm down to 38. I
So-
want my gold back.
Yeah,
Dang.
I want to go after those guys and get my money and get fucking interest.
And I had 23 platinum, and now I'm down to 8 platinum. That's quite a bit of money.
Yeah, no, I had 23 platinum, over 200 gold, and over 1,000 freaking silver.
Oh yeah, I had over 1,000 silver. Like
Dang.
11 something.
Yeah, no. I want to try and hunt that money back, dang it.
So
Me too.
I think we should definitely head back to town.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before we just go directly back to town, I mean, how are we taking this little green guy with us?
I can carry him. I mean, his legs are broken.
We can
Are we
turn him in.
Are we within earshot of him?
Where did you place him? He's not going anywhere.
I mean, imagine we probably kept him in the tent to keep extra watch or something. I don't know.
He can be under the canopy with whoever is keeping watch.
Yeah, there we go.
Y'all are awfully generous.
Yeah, after you break his legs, you're super generous.
Well, yeah.
I think. Well, Boro, what was he saying about the ring?
I can't really hear you.
What was he saying about the ring?
What was he saying about the ring? Hmm.
Yeah.
I do. He does sound familiar. It takes me back. I almost feel like. Wait, and then I turn to him like, "Were you in Scold?" Oh no, wait, you're
Yeah.
gagged. I can't even untie him for a moment.
Just his mouth.
Prepared to clasp his mouth in case I see he's starting to utter
You
a
could
spell.
Probably, if he tries to say a spell, you could probably just punch him.
Give him a little kick.
But I mean, yeah, I asked him that.
Who has the ring?
Who has it right now?
Yes.
Not me.
I thought that the ring was on a necklace and someone was wearing it, or
Yes.
wasn't that Delta or
Yeah, I thought that was Delta.
Delta? Are you wearing the ring?
Where's the ring?
Why would I tell you? If he can even possibly hear us.
That's the point.
I don't understand.
I don't either. I
We
don't
can
know
just
what he's
back away
trying
from
to do.
They wanted the ring.
Are we sure they wanted the ring?
They are hunting the same things that we are hunting.
Okay.
We can lure them to us with the things that they want.
That's a decent plan.
I want to roll the dice
That's a good solution.
in front of him.
Yes, I'm gonna walk over to the tent and drag him out.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you pull him into the mud and the rain, and Delta reaches into her bag and pulls out the item in question. Is that your D20 roll?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I can't tell if it's sarcasm or not.
A little bit of both. All right. So, oh man. What appears to you all is this lovely picture. You throw the dice into the mud, and it plops and does a little bit of rolling, not a whole lot. But once it stops, this image appears on the top. It glows, and Delta, you have strange feeling wash over you. I'm not sure if you have felt this before about anyone, but
Oh no.
suddenly you have some personal feelings for the one who is tied and gagged. And the goblin looks at you and suddenly has compassion in his eyes. And you feel like you would do anything to protect him from any physical or emotional damage.
Does anyone else starting to feel like a third wheel all of a sudden?
I do not know. Do not know.
All right. So what are we deciding? Are we going to go after them, head back to town?
I would
or
like to
are
go
we
after
going
them.
to-
Me too.
Well, I was going to send them a message and tempt them with something that's not very useful to us anymore. But they don't know that.
Are you referring to the ring, or what are you referring to?
I was originally referring to the ring,
Okay.
but we haven't gotten rid of it yet. And
Well,
then
the
I
other
was
thing
thinking
is-
about because they know about the ring, and we know that they want it, and we have it. Trades this shithead and
Hey,
whatever.
I mean,
So we saw the thing, but we did. Hold on. Oh, let's stay on the table. 17. No, sorry, 19 on insight, or
What?
Yeah.
What are you rolling for?
or I guess insight. Do I notice that she's different?
How are you acting, Delta?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, you're so overwhelmed with the feelings that suddenly overtook you. You do, Guryev, you do notice that Delta is looking at the goblin a bit differently, but you're unsure of what's going on. She's not acting on anything yet. Boro, did you want to continue your question about Skuld?
Yeah, I mean, I was just asking if he's ever been to Scold, as I recognize his voice.
Okay. And do you want to ungag him to get your answer?
He could nod or shake his head.
Yeah. Just, cause I'm asking just a yes or a no, so you can just shake his. I tell him you can shake your head yes or no to answer.
All right. So he's on the ground, face up, but he is not paying any attention to you. He is staring longingly at Delta.
And I kind of just go up to him. I just, do the wave my hand in front of his face, like, hello.
Is his affection visible?
Well, he's staring solely at Delta and is ignoring other questions.
Well, he is naked.
is his tiny sword drawn?
I really don't want to go
Love
down
is
this
not
road,
purely
but
physical. It's not
Okay.
all about sex, guys.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, well. And just okay. So do I look at Delta and notice that a very kind of similar expression as the goblin?
You can roll perception or insight. See what you think.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Would a charm be a curse?
No.
They're just the same, so I'll just roll insight.
You're
Yeah, I can't tell.
just pissed off that he's ignoring you. You don't really notice anything between the two of them.
Delta, and I try to get her attention, try to break her gaze from the goblin. Delta. I'm gonna start shaking her. Delta.
I look at her angrily.
Perhaps you can ask him some questions that will help us. Yeah?
Perhaps you can fix his legs.
I don't know magic that can cure legs. I can...
Maybe you should have thought of that before you broke them.
I mean, I wasn't planning on helping him. I can make a splint for it, but
Should I heal his legs?
he might run away.
Well, okay. You and I did lose our temper there for a moment, so maybe we just let her fix the legs.
Okay.
I'm not sorry. If he runs away again, I'm gonna find a way to keep him from running. Just
Well, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
want my money.
Yeah, you don't think I do?
I'll
Anyway.
use cure wounds on him.
Out of character. I don't think he's going anywhere today. Just saying.
And then he gets an extra... hold on.
I don't know.
3. So that's 12 that he gets.
All right.
To heal his legs.
Right.
I
So you lay a hand on him and on his side or his shoulder, probably far from other areas, and magically cure his
Just touch
his
him
legs.
with like one finger.
Just quick poke, and then he's magically back together.
The hand stays broken because he pissed me off.
He does. He starts moving his legs after like them being broken for a while. He's feeling his legs again, but he doesn't make any sudden movements. He just continues to stare at Delta.
I think they're charmed, but I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna ask him, why are you staring at her?
He ignores you and continues to stare at Delta.
Is Delta staring back at him?
Yes. I ask him what his name is.
And if
Because
he
we're
comes
bad
here
at
often?
that, and I don't think we know.
What's
So
your
I
name?
don't know what to call him.
So he.
I'm like, I'm Delta.
Ooh, he's answering her. We should ungag him.
I reluctantly do so.
I just ready myself to chase after him just in case.
Hey,
Good plan.
Pardon me. Thank you. My name, fair lady, is Gulser, Vengeant, Defender of Skuld.
Defender of Scold.
Like a thief to me, but okay.
I have not seen such beauty in my lifetime.
What do you mean you're a defender of Scold?
We just completely bypass how he's trying to romance Delta.
But we've met before, don't you remember?
I didn't realize what true beauty looked like until just now. I do remember seeing a few of you, but you're the only one I long to be with now.
Oh. Khalas just rolls her eyes.
Mirasha threw up in her mouth a little bit. I'm okay.
I just raised my eyebrow, just giving like a what the fuck is going on?
Everyone make a con save for disgusting amorous activities.
God.
I mean, can if you want, but it's a joke.
I didn't throw up in my mouth. That's all that matters.
Oh,
I have to look away.
Everyone feels sick to their stomachs. Some people can't hold it in. But
Oh, I'm sorry. 7.
it's like, oh,
Delta, can you ask him where his comrades are usually stationed at in Scold?
Yes, tell us more about your comrades and how
What moves do you like?
What do you do? What's your
no, I
job?
was
See.
gonna be like,
come to swamps often.
no, like I wanna be like, oh, you're the defender of Skull, that's so cool.
Tell us more about that and where you normally stay.
I grew up in Skull, that my hometown, my people. I left them because I don't have a backstory for this guy.
Chop,
I was
sir.
not expecting you guys to seduce him. I was expecting the opposite.
Oh, man, anything can happen.
Is
Yes,
it
when
his
you-
birthday?
your improv skills are put to the test tonight.
When you roll the dice,
said
anything can
that,
happen.
And I was like, oh my god, I don't know how to play this.
I was just about to ask, does he know like Sabanir from my backstory, but never mind.
Well, with that die roll, I roll a die depending on how many people are in the area, and I
Okay.
got that person. I got the goblin. I
Hmm.
rolled, yeah. So makes it interesting. I heard about the artifacts. Maybe you could help me remember where my family really was. I lost them in Shadowdale. And my friends, I guess they're not my friends, but my compatriots, they were with me, and we've been traveling together ever since. I desperately wanted to find these artifacts and bring back, but now that none of that matters anymore. Now only you matter.
Well, we are also trying to find the artifacts. So, and I grew up in an orphanage, so maybe we can find some more artifacts together, and then your family can be my family.
That's so kind of you to share with me.
I don't have any spells for this, so I will let you guys enjoy this show. I will be back. And I'm gonna walk a little bit of ways and cast Sending. To the big guy, hoping he isn't a complete idiot. Just, Hail Mary pass.
What is your message?
We have your goblin friend and know that you want the relics.
Does the hiccup count as a word?
That wasn't me.
Sorry,
Oh.
that was me.
I think it's 12. Where was the place that we stayed at?
Why you have to be mad?
Why you have
We just left Redencier.
Yeah. Yeah, but the
Oh, the
Was it something
I have it.
lamb or
Dancing
West
Fawn.
Coast?
fawn?
Dancing Fawn in.
meet us at the Dancing Fawn if you want him and some tips.
All right. You send the message to the void, hoping he receives it.
Because I know I'm familiar with him because we've met him twice, at least. Can I reply to this message?
It's a one-way.
I know.
Okay.
So are we adding another green companion to this group? I turn to everyone else like, what's
No,
going
it's,
on?
The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as a sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
Okay.
The spell enables a creature with intelligence with at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send it over any distance, even to other planes of existence, but the target is on a different plane than you. There's a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive. So if he chooses to, he can reply.
All right. Well, you don't hear anything back. So back to the disgusting new party member ? Question mark.
I'm gonna walk back over and say, I have a feeling they'll meet us if we go back. I think we should use this, whatever this shit is, for our advantage. We should probably leave immediately, though, to go back.
I'm fine with that. If we go back into, we know at least that's possibly the best place they're heading. It's our best lead so far. Even if they meet us there, that's great. If not, it's the next place to go to get our money back. I will start taking down our tents and stuff like that and try to get ready to go.
If we want to leave quickly, I can clean up the camp for
Yeah.
us.
I
Sure.
don't think that we'll have to worry about him running away anytime soon. But you can probably tell them if you want.
Okay,
I
I wave my
personally
hand and
feel
summon my wisp.
You command your wisps to quickly and neatly break down the campsite.
Yes.
Khalas, what would you say?
I personally feel that so we've lost some coin, but we're on a greater quest to head to Starmantle. But I already see that I am outvoted on that, so I will go wherever the rest of you decide to go. I feel like it is a lost cause. And then I'll just start doing my prayers in the morning and helping us pack up.
Well, I think with what he said, we know that it isn't necessarily malicious. I mean, they are malicious, yes, but their intentions, I don't think, in the current thing are. I don't know. It would be interesting to talk to them, though. We haven't seen them in a long time.
I
mean-
suppose that's true.
I haven't met any of the people previously that attacked us last night, so I'm just cheated.
I seem to remember some of them being quite reasonable.
Well, they didn't state the fight to the death like they knew they were going to, so.
If they're reasonable, then why would they rob us?
Because they're cowards.
You walk up to the little goblin and say, "Are you a little coward?"
I will fuck him.
That's rude.
I will defend my love forever, no matter the cost. No cowardice gets in the way of that.
Interesting.
Right.
So I look away awkwardly.
So where are you headed? Back to Red Enseer? It's
That's
about midday at this point.
Yes.
My vote's for Redencier.
Yeah, mine too.
Same.
I don't know if it's gonna
I
help,
don't
but I
care
actually
as long as I'm with my love.
She's also going to Redencier. That's where her vote is.
All right.
We have ourselves a gimp.
Which one?
So, I'm not gonna give him his weapons back, but I'm gonna give him his armor back so he's not just buck naked as we walk back. Because I feel like this is gonna be.
Well, he probably had clothes underneath his armor, right? Not just his armor.
I mean, that's true. I wouldn't want to strip him naked. I just wanted to take the armor off.
Okay.
So we'll say I just give him his clothes back, but not the armor.
All right. So you're all packed up and you head back west the road. You trek for a while, and it did take you about a day to get to the point where you are. So you can push the rest of the way to make it to Red Enseer, but it's getting dark, and you still have a couple hours to go.
You didn't tell them, you didn't direct what time we were supposed to meet at the inn, did you?
I think they would know about how long it would take us to get there. We can always
Then
send
maybe we
another
should
me-
push.
I'll send another message and say it'll be a few more hours before we're there. If you are not there,
Should give us time to stop and rest. Meet you in the morning. Be prepared. Something like that.
Bring bacon.
So
So do we want to push on?
do you push yourself to get to the rest of the way? You'd have to
Whatever-
take a point of exhaustion.
Whatever the group wants to do here.
I mean, I don't think anyone want to take a point of exhaustion, so we'll probably sit and rest however long we need to rest, and then keep going
Yeah.
again.
You'd need a full rest.
That sounds fine to me.
Okay.
Guryev, you can just send another message. Let them know that we are delayed, but what time to meet us.
are they still infatuated with each other?
Yes. They're holding hands.
I make him some ice water with a little umbrella.
Oh, where'd you get the umbrella from?
It's the
Or is it made out of
other
ice?
spell. No, it's.
Is it?
Can't you do that with
Prestidigitation?
prestidigitation? Yeah.
Okay.
I just go up to Guryev, like, point at them, like, isn't this a little weird?
The die does a lot of weird things. This isn't necessarily the worst one. I think it's better than the coma that I was in for like an hour. But it's definitely a lot creepier.
Okay,
Just be glad it's not you or I.
you make a fair point, but I am still weirded out by this sudden blossom of romance.
Well, I mean, it's helped us so far.
I don't know. It didn't help me. I was working on getting a real buzz going on, and then she had to go roll that dice, and suddenly I just sobered up out of nowhere.
But we're getting more answers now, so.
Well,
I like how that was like the biggest negative thing apparently that dice caused was to sober you up.
I don't know how much longer.
To me
it was.
personally.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
It's been most of the day. It's getting dark. It's probably like 10 o'clock. I guess not getting dark, but it is dark.
So it's been like about 8 hours or longer than or less?
It's been longer than 8 hours.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this thing, I don't know. I don't think it'll last too much longer. I think you would need to remove curse or probably greater restoration in order to.
I mean, do we want to remove this though? Because he's actually starting to talk now.
I'm just saying that if it continues past tomorrow morning, then
I mean, hey, what they do in their time is a different thing, but
I mean,
are they like so far gone that they're just like they couldn't feed themselves? They're too busy staring at each
or
other.
maybe
They feed each other. Yes, exactly. Why would they feed themselves when they have somebody else to do so?
They'll just Lady in the Tramp it.
I mean, he's probably still bound, right?
no, not at this point.
Yeah, gave him back some common clothes.
But he's not like his hands aren't tied behind his back or anything.
No, he's
Mm-mm.
holding on to Delta's hand. Drinking the cool glass of water with the little umbrella.
I'm just gonna continuously keep an eye on our goblin friend, see if he
Dancing
snaps
lights.
out of it.
To
I just
follow
wanna
us
make-
around. Mood
What
lighting.
color are they?
Like candlelight color.
All right. So you set up camp? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you do your spell again?
Yes, I have another one I can do before I have the rest. So yeah, we'll totally do that.
All right. So yeah, spirits pop up and set up your campsite again with nice fire and all that, and so you lay down for the evening. We'll just move this along. If you want to have any specifics about sleeping arrangements, that's up to you. Specifically the goblin and the genasi.
I just want to roll a perception check to see if something goes on in the middle of the night. That's about it.
I'm gonna try to keep them separate.
They can teleport. I don't know if you can keep them separate.
I don't know shit. If they did anything, they're quiet.
Or you're plugging your ears and going la 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 la. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
That's true. I probably want to know, but really I didn't want to know, so I just suppressed hearing anything.
I read to him from one of my books.
Which one?
I don't know, one of the elemental history ones.
He is fascinated by the
The
information
story
you
of
give
my
him.
people.
Yes. The very intricate textbook talk of your history.
And then when he falls asleep, I tuck him in.
All right.
Oh, how innocent.
What was that?
How innocent.
How sweet. You have your watches. You keep your watches throughout the night. But nothing exciting happens. It's just getting cold, and it's getting a little bit breezy. But other than that, it's not really. Nothing's really happening. But you wake up the next morning. Delta, you wake up next to this hideous goblin creature. You thought that you guys tied him up, but for some reason they let him go. And he wakes up and like shouts, "What are you guys doing? Why?" And he runs out the canopy opening of the tent.
God,
We untied him?
Yes.
I'd like to chase after him with my crossbow.
Should shout a warning.
Why was he untied?
Because we walked and he was holding hands with Delta.
Because she was gonna protect him and love him, and anyways,
Fuzzy baby.
can I shoot him in the leg?
Sure.
No!
You've snapped out of it.
It doesn't mean you should shoot him in the leg. You already broke his legs once.
God damn it.
You shoot and miss.
Ah.
And as he's running, of course, he's gonna misty step away.
That's why I was shooting him, because I wasn't gonna be able to catch up to him once he misty stepped. Mirasha is just frustrated with this. She's just gonna shoot a
Well, there goes
firebolt
our
into the air.
leverage.
I
Hey,
don't know why
hey,
he was
Delta.
attacked like that before he went to
You
sleep.
should try to get him.
Or, I don't know. I
Go
was
Misty
gonna-
step and catch him.
I don't know, I'm not very fast.
Well,
Your movement is probably faster
Plus,
than
I
his
don't-
because he's small.
Have any way to keep him?
Freeze him with your ice.
That is not allowed.
Or give him a big hug.
Doesn't
Darn it.
work that way.
Well, it should.
don't chase him. Back up. We make for the inn. He knows what we have.
So the goblin runs. So the trail. It's not a built road. It's more of a beaten path to Starmantle, but the road goes west and then north to Redancier. So he continues on in the plains going west.
I'm gonna send him a message. And tell him enjoy your run. We will be heading back to the tavern. We have the ring you want. If you want to talk, we'll be there. And then I'll send another message to the other people. So the giant dude, whatever. We're on our way, we'll be there in like, I don't know, how many hours? 4? 3?
A few.
Hours.
Yeah.
In regards to the relics, I heard about the. I heard you were looking for a ring of invisibility. We may have it. That's it.
All right. You do not hear anything back from either of them. But you continue. You break down camp, either using a spell or physically, and you can make. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that we're fine. We can do it by hand, unless people really want help.
Nah, we'll just fast forward by pitching in. So that way you don't have to cast a spell.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you break down your camp. You start to feel a bit chilly as the weather goes on to deeper in the months.
Winter is coming? Question mark.
And you continue on to Redancier. Not a whole lot has changed in the town. It's still the quiet festival-like atmosphere, but you don't see anyone in the streets. There are lights on in the town of the shops, but nothing is actively going on in the streets. And you make your... Go ahead.
Sorry, continue. No, just continue. Sorry.
Okay. You make your way to the Dancing Fawn. And as you enter, you see the familiar face of the dwarf. And
Do I remember what happened yesterday?
you do remember feeling something. You don't remember the exact events of what happened between the two of you, but you do remember having the residual feeling of loving someone that you didn't. Right now, you don't feel like deserves it in that manner. But you do feel like there was something happening weird. And as you enter the Dancing Fawn, the dwarf behind the counter is just polishing a glass mug, and he looks up and sees you, and upon hearing the door open, he gets a big grin on his face. But once he sees it's you, he just kind of
Oh, come on, I made him bacon.
sets the glass down and picks up another one and says, "Welcome back to the Dancing Fawn. I suppose you're here for your for whatever that group left you." And you see, and there is a on the counter, on the wooden counter, there's a dagger sticking upright, and attached, it is pitting down a sack, a small coin purse.
I will go to it.
A small coin purse? Anyway, go on.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's small.
How long ago were they here?
They only dropped in to have this here. They didn't stay at my inn, but
Okay, but again,
they
how
only-
long ago?
How rude of them.
they only came in this morning. They seemed to be in a rush to get out. Tried to have a little bit of hospitality, but they weren't having it.
Hmm.
Anyway,
what?
they left you a message.
Take the note.
So it's you grab. I'm guessing Mirasha grabs the coin. And,
Yeah, I'll grab the coin bag and I'll count it to see how much is in there.
It's even coin.
Guryev, you pick up the note, and in rather elegant writing is the words "no hard feelings," and then it's got a heart at the end that's filled in. And Mirasha, you open the purse and look inside, and you find 14 platinum, 19 gold, 9 silver, and 10 copper pieces.
They took all of that money and that's what they returned? No hard feelings, right?
This is an interest.
Well,
I mean, it's
I
better
will,
than getting nothing.
I will. Are we immediately leaving town?
it's early enough, right? I think we should backtrack and try to continue backwards towards Starmantle, right? That's where we're headed.
I know there's at least one other inn in town. I don't know how many there was, but if we have time, I was going to see if they checked in anywhere else in town before they. Well, no, that was this morning, and they said. I look over at the dwarf. You said they were in a rush to leave. Do you know where?
They didn't. They only dropped this off and said it was for you. Described you in detail, so of course I'd know it'd be you. But
Oh,
they didn't say anything much after that.
We could check the other inns if you'd like.
well, if they were here this morning, I don't know if they would have checked in anywhere else. It would have been if they stayed anywhere last night. I mean, yeah, I guess if we want to split up and check the different inns, that'd probably go a lot faster than one of us going to one at a time.
I don't think we'll find them.
Yeah, I don't think we'll find them, but it doesn't
But
hurt to check
we'll see them
while we're
again.
here.
It'd be interesting to hear which way they went. We didn't run into them on the way here, so they either went east or west from Redencier.
Well, while you guys do that, I'm gonna try and find a blacksmith or something. And I ask the innkeeper if there is maybe
You gonna
such a
try to
shop
resize
around.
the armor? Or
I'm
what?
not. No, I'm gonna try and sell it. I can't wear plate armor.
I could, but I think it's probably. Well, no, it actually might fit me.
What do you got?
At the moment, I've got chainmail.
Oh, yeah, and you can wear plate armor. So, DM question: would the
Well-
plate armor fit him,
Well,
even though it was
I
originally
think
for?
this plate armor has like a strength requirement, right?
You aren't.
Uh,
Yes, and you aren't proficient in heavy armor. Oh yeah, you are. Never mind.
I am, yeah.
But it has a requirement of 13.
Yeah, of strength, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm at 11 strength.
Oh, okay. Just turn to Kloss. What about you? You got any use for this thing, or would it even fit you?
I doubt it would fit me. I mean, I could use it, but I don't want to. I just got rid of my heavy armor.
It is small humanoid size.
Okay, so it's not going to fit any of us pretty much. So yeah, I'm going to go find a shop and see if I can just pawn this thing off because there's no point in carrying it.
All right. If you'd like, you can make a persuasion roll.
Well, I'm not trying to sell it to the innkeeper. I was going to try and find a shop where they would
Yeah,
be
I'm
more inclined to.
trying to speed things along.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But you, no matter what, you'll make bank.
14.
So you do manage to find a armor in town. After some swading, you get 1,500 gold from it.
Okay. And super speed things up. Could I shop to see if there's anyone who sells goggles that provide night vision?
Alright, so eye drops.
You could go to Westgate This is a smaller town. Imagine
Okay.
like Leavenworth.
Got it. Okay.
So
I'm just.
if you wanted magical items, you'd have to go to like a larger town. Might have it.
Means no.
I mean,
Alright.
it doesn't mean no. It means do you want to travel to Westgate?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take us off course, so we'll just keep heading down to where we need to take the ring. But I am freaking hoarding this money.
All right. Well, you do have the 14 platinum, etc. that Mirasha got. I don't know if she.
Well, that's
splits
not.
it.
That's for everyone, I imagine.
Yeah. In the meantime, while everybody else is out searching and doing stuff, I'm gonna chill with our innkeeper dude friend. Maybe bake some pastries, cold
also
beverages.
help out with the innkeeper. I'll like start cleaning tables and stuff.
You don't have to. Okay, I won't complain. Thank you very much. Are you staying the evening again?
I don't think so.
I don't know. It depends on how long it takes them.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come back, right?
I don't think.
I'm mostly just killing time.
We're not sure yet.
All right.
Perhaps. We
Well,
will definitely stay here if we stay.
Yes.
thank you for your help. It's not super dirty because very few people have come in the past week. We've had the festival, but any help is appreciated.
That's okay. More pastries and cold drinks for all of us.
It's getting a bit cold outside. You should be preparing cold drinks.
Maybe
Eh,
hot drinks.
If you want, I can put the kettle on.
That sounds like a good
Get
plan.
some tea, some
Could I use sacred
hot buttered
flame?
rum.
Sacred flame to make the drinks hot.
So Sacred Flame attacks creatures.
It's also not. It's
Not
not,
hot
like,
drinks.
It's holy flame. It's not like actual.
So it'd be like hot holy water.
He gives you
Not exactly.
he gives you hot butter, or he gives you like a drink. You purify it essentially, and it's now a virgin drink.
So Guryev was watching and listening, and at first was like, they're just trying to not say no, and now he's like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Mirasha, did you want to investigate the town, see if you got any information? Your mic is muted.
I make baked potato soup with bacon.
Yes, I'd like to do an investigation. It doesn't have to be role playing every inn I visit. Just I'm describing the group we encountered last night, if they had stayed at their establishment recently, and if they happened to hear which direction they went.
Yeah, make an investigation roll. There it is. So you describe the people as best you can from the night before, or the several nights before, and you do hear about how it was odd to have such a large individual going through town, talking about the giant, or not the giant, but the
Monk.
7 foot tall person, and
So specific.
and you don't get information to where they went, but it seemed like they were in a really good mood as far as the information you gather. They were heading north out of town instead of south where you guys were headed.
But they
But-
didn't describe which direction after north, because there's nothing but water north. They either had to make a left or a right somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
The road goes north and then splits to Westgate and Tezir.
Great. I could have deduced that. Okay, I guess if I have nothing to show for my investigation, I will make my way back to the inn and wait for the rest of my party to congregate.
All right, you find
Oh, good. You're just in time for soup.
you find everyone except, well, I would guess that Boro is pretty quick on finding money. So you made up with the rest of your party. They're all
Sweet.
enjoying soup and pastries and virgin beers, ales that
Oh, duels!
Khalas has purified.
There's something wrong with this alcohol. I don't feel drunk at all.
That's the idea.
I look at this like, what is this horrible concoction? And I just set it down and push it away from me. And I just put my hands in my face, and I'm just really frustrated and tired of this BS. And
I wanna ask the innkeeper how he likes the soup,
It.
because it's really fucking delicious soup.
Are you eating soup IRL?
No, but I'm thinking of a specific recipe,
Okay. He
and it's really good.
he expresses his how much he loves the soup. It's so good. It's perfect for this time of year. We're really getting to the cold season, but you really finished off the festival with on a good note. Thank you very much. I take back what I said to Underhill, but you're a great group. Thank you for staying here, even if it's not for the night.
And with that note, what's our next step?
well, I have no clue where our party would have gone after Redencier. At most, I know they went north, but whether they went to Tezir or Westgate is a mystery. So, but if they are looking for the artifacts, maybe we'll run into them again someday.
Well, we've run into them in the past, so it's likely. Should we head back to Starmantle then?
Sounds
Or do
fine.
we want to...
What time of day is it? Is it still raining?
Yes.
Do you even have to ask at this point? Well, just
Not about the rain.
it is mid-afternoon, I'd say.
I mean,
Good afternoon. I think that we should just head out and we can camp and save money and
Yeah.
make some progress.
I think we need to be a little frugal for a while.
I'm gonna loathe if they actually bother coming back to
Frugal?
the inn after we sent them that message, and then it's like, fuck it, we're not there.
They
Yeah,
never replied to either message, and I sent it to both of them. So
Well, they may not want to reply, but yeah, we can just head out and camp and whatever.
Wait. So, if I don't remember what happened, does he remember how his legs got fixed, or did he just like wake up and go, "Oh, my legs work. I'm gonna run away now"?
Well, you know, based on the battle, that he had a healing ability. So maybe in his mind, he filled in the gaps with, "Oh, I just healed myself."
I would love it if they did remember. So
But-
then every time they meet, it's super awkward.
But he must still love me a little bit. He put a heart on the note.
He didn't personally put the heart on the note. He went to the
You
west.
don't know that.
I do know that. I am the person who put it there.
And who made you in charge, huh?
I don't know. I,
guess
feel like maybe there's a little bit of residual.
yeah, who made you a handwriting expert?
who made me the all-seeing power of this world. I could say that Delta might assume that there's a chance that maybe he wrote the note.
Are you still charmed
No. But I feel like maybe we don't hate each other and
you
we're
kidding me?
just we're cool now.
I'm not cool. He got away. I mean, like he ran away. He wasn't very helpful, and we're still missing a lot of money.
Yes, we are missing a lot of money.
I don't know, I think yesterday was a pretty good day.
May I insight Boro because he sounds suspicious.
Really happy.
Anyone can incite anyone at any time. you
How the fuck?
Hmm.
you do see that he is pretty still bent out about losing all the money that he had, but not as much as he might be.
What happened to that armor that you were selling? Get anything good for it?
I got a decent chunk of change.
I mean, no, he's not lying. Keeping my eye on you. I'll just back away and just do the.
I thought we were cool.
Hey, this place looks familiar.
It's that same angry cloud. Upset cloud. So you travel back the way you came, down south, and then curving to the east, and you make it a decent chunk of the way before having to rest the night. If you want, we can speed it up a little bit. I don't really have anything super planned. Just a few things, but
Beat it up.
so is that what everyone wants to have happen?
That's fine.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fine.
So you make it most of the way to Star Mantle. You are just constantly camping for the night in the rain and waking up to rain and going to sleep to rain and waking up to rain. You see the sea to the south as you approach it, and the even larger sea to the north as you cross a river between the two. And as you're making your way there, it's getting cold, like faster than you would expect it to. The light breeze that you felt before is picking up a little bit. It's each night that you set up camp, it's getting a bit harder to keep your tent in place. And the overcast clouds seem to be moving a little bit faster to the south. But you keep pushing your way on. Eventually, you make it to the point where you can, off in the distance, you can see what you suspect to be Star Mantle. It's off in the horizon. There's a few buildings that you see along this road, and the wind is really kicking up. Like it's everyone in plate armor starts to feel like you're holding your shield and you kind of like feel the wind pull at it, but your armor is keeping you settled down. Delta, you are really getting hit hard by this. The wind is really picking up with your robes. You don't feel the cold as much as maybe a different person might, but you're feeling there's just something different going on right now. And let's get marching order. So who's out in front and who's in the back? You can arrange your tokens where you're at, going left to right.
I'll be near the
can't.
front.
I can't move my token.
You can't.
No.
What's wrong with you?
User error. Which side is the front?
That's
The
also
right.
true.
The right, yeah.
There you go.
So Delta is the very first.
No. Delta is not the first.
I don't care if I'm first.
I'm in the middle.
All right. So the wind is hitting you hard, and you feel like you're being pushed to the south. So from right to left, it's going hitting you, and with the intense wind, the rain starts to go sideways a little bit, and then after another day, it's starting to go at a 130-degree angle. So it's really gotten at it. I want Delta and Mirasha to make perception rolls. All right, so you both are pushing through one right after another, and you're going on when you both see Mirasha, you see directly in front of you, and Delta, you kind of peer around Mirasha as you're walking, but you both see a small figure, half running, half jogging in your direction along the road. And once you see this figure, they stop and stand.
Stop and stare.
Do you continue to move on forward?
No, I'm curious.
I wave at them.
Crazy weather for a stroll, don't you think?
This person's like 100 feet away.
Oh. So they also stopped?
They did stop, yes.
Okay. I will...
Did they wave back at me?
I'm waiting for Mirasha to do something.
I'll wait to see if you reacted to our wave.
Okay. So you, Mirasha, you kind of... Delta, do you say anything as well? Like yelling? Hi?
I kind of call out hello, but don't really expect to be heard either,
Okay.
considering the weather.
So the party stops in the middle of the road and sees this figure off in the distance. Delta raises an arm and waves and shouts hello to the small figure in the distance. And once you do so, the figure turns southbound, so to your right, and runs down that direction. You look and there is a forest in that direction.
I kind of want to go after him. I mean, like, he could have came from Star Mantle, which we thought was abandoned, so...
Maybe
Yeah, I
the
think-
people are hiding out in the woods?
I'm going to go after him if you want to let everyone else know what's going on.
I mean, this weather explains why nobody comes back.
Yeah. I would like to follow him.
Me too.
Does the rest of the party go with him? With them?
Oh yeah.
Kind of like
Yes.
push
Did
into
they, did
everybody.
they share that they saw a person?
Yeah, I'd say so. I want, as you're running after this person, I want Khalas and Guryev to make a religion roll.
Boy. With advantage.
With advantage?
No.
No.
Oh.
You got so excited.
21.
I'm more religious than him. Can I have advantage?
Well, this is regarding different things than just religion. So, as the party runs off after this small person, Khalas and Guryev, you feel a sense of unease as you leave the path and go towards this forest. And you feel like there's something watching that isn't exactly completely visible. But it's like a chill, and you know it's not from the rain or the wind. It's kind of an internal chill from your mind. But you make your way down, kind of at an angle towards this person, and you go about 50 feet before you all lose sight of where this person went.
Like they just straight up just disappeared in front of us?
Like the rain seemed to hit you in the face, and you wipe away the water, and suddenly you're chasing after nobody.
Is
Go ahead.
is there a trail?
There's only the trail to Starmantle that you were on.
So he didn't leave footprints?
I'm gonna use Eyes of the Grave.
Why did the music change? Oh god.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Eyes of the Grave and see if there's any undead within a mile of us in any direction.
So, you don't detect any undead, although there is something that's not quite classified as undead, but you still sense it.
Mirasha's gonna get her handy dandy crossbow ready just in case. And load a bolt. Do you guys wanna figure out what that thing was, or should we get back on the road to Starmantle?
Let's get
Probably
back.
shouldn't leave the road too far.
Yeah, we probably don't want to. We don't want to lose sight of the road.
In this
Might not be able to-
rain.
Yeah, it might be hard to find it again.
Yeah, we'll just keep heading back to town, in my opinion. Get rid of this ring.
Yeah, we should head towards the town.
Okay.
If nothing else, maybe we can find shelter while we plot our next move.
Alright.
So you find your way back to the trail, the beaten path, and continue on your way. Gwyn, I want you
Yes.
to roll. Your choice of religion, perception, or insight.
Okay. Well, insight has the best advantage, so we'll go with that.
So, you're continuing on your way. You are getting a little closer to town, but Gwyn, you feel a chill run down your spine, and you feel that uneasy sense of if you're being watched.
Hey guys. I feel like we're not alone.
You too?
I mean, we are in a group.
That's what I was
No,
gonna
no,
say.
I
Just
feel
that.
I
It's a
feel
great
like
point.
there's others other
So-
than our group.
I
feel
felt
like
earlier like there was somebody watching us.
Like deer.
no,
No.
like
Something
Like-
sinister.
something intelligent.
Like, yo mama.
As Gwyn points this out and everyone turns to talk to her, they see something behind her.
No.
They see a little boy.
Oh.
He looks to be about 10 years old. He's in common clothes. They're a bit torn and ragged. He doesn't look to be dirty though. but he is like kind of staring at the group and says, "Hello."
I shoot him with my. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm just like.
I say hello back to him.
Say hello as well. Hello.
How is he dressed?
And ask him what he's doing out here in the rain.
I would like to poke him.
So he's dressed in common clothing. It's a bit ragged and torn, but his clothes aren't dirty, and his body isn't dirty as well.
Are they wet?
His hair is matted down. It's pretty long to his shoulders, but he looks like a peasant boy, I would say.
Is he?
Are you
is he wet?
alone?
Two
Or is
people
the
talked.
rain, like-
What?
Is he wet, or is like the rain like not having an effect on?
You don't notice that he's wet.
Mirasha wanted to go poke him.
With what?
I guess I'll just I'll just poke him with like my sheathed sword just to see if he's like physically there.
You poke it and it presses into his side. It's, hey, that's not very nice. I just wanted
Sorry.
to see if you guys wanted to play.
Did he answer my
Not really.
question?
What was your question?
I asked what he's doing out here in this weather.
I just looking for people to talk to. Why are you here? We don't see a whole lot of visitors these days.
Oh, no particular reason. Are you alone? Do you have family around here or friends?
He kind of cocks his head like, not understanding question.
Are there others?
What? Others like what?
Others with you? Other
Well,
children or people?
You're with me, aren't you? Aren't you standing right here?
Yes, you are correct. I am standing right here.
Where are your parents, boy?
What do you mean?
Yeah, guys, I think we need to just ditch this boy and get out.
Can you take us to where you sleep?
Why? No, this boy. I want to inside check this kid.
What about staying on the path?
Why is he clean? We all look like shit in the rain. We're all drenched. He looks like he just like walked out the door. He's just suspicious as fuck.
Yeah, you
You
can insight
know-
him.
Oh god,
You aren't.
he's cool. He seems legit, guys.
How long has this storm been going?
Oh, well, as long as I can remember.
Since you were a baby.
What do you mean?
About till deep, like years, months. How long can you remember?
Is that time? I don't understand. What? Sorry. Why are you here? I feel like with the poking, you're not exactly nice people.
She just does that. She's a suspicious person. We're actually very nice.
Yeah, 50-50.
Hey, I kind of like elbow
We're just
whoever's next to me. Just go
Following
along.
this road.
Oh well, you're going to Starmantle. What
Are
are you doing
from
there?
Starmantle? Oh,
We're
As far as I know, I'm from there.
we had a friend lose something in Starman. We're trying to go find it.
Oh, what are you looking for?
Stuff.
It's like a fancy stick.
Oh, there's a lot of fancy sticks in the forest. Maybe you should go there. Maybe it's there.
It's
I
a
don't
trap.
think this one does weird things.
Oh, anything can do weird things if you have an imagination. Like, I'm not big enough to hold a sword, but like if I have a stick, I can pretend I'm like a sword. I'm an adventurer like one of you. Ha!
What do you do in the forest?
Oh, just hang out in the trees, talk to friends.
Why don't you live in the town?
I do.
The town is in the forest?
I don't live in the forest. That's silly. Who would do that?
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
I just go there
My
to
bad.
have fun.
What kind of fun?
Oh, just like play with the animals, dance with the trees.
You dance with trees.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Have you ever experienced anything magical or out of the ordinary in the forest?
Not in the forest.
When's the last time you've been to Stormmantle?
Oh, I just came from there.
He lives there.
What did he say about the forest?
He said, I asked him if anything weird happened in the forest, and he's like, not in the forest.
Well, where did you experience something weird?
Well, last I remember, there was something weird in town. I don't remember exactly what it was, but just like night, darkness. Oh, I know. Are you here to vanquish the darkness in town? That'd
No.
be great. Oh,
I mean, possibly. Or does something cause the darkness?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, of course, it gets dark at night. I'm not stupid, but like it just didn't get light one day.
That is strange.
Is
Yeah.
that the first day that you remember?
Around there, I don't remember anything before that.
You remembered that it used to get light, right?
Yeah, just barely. I can barely remember the light, but I remember that it was there.
But people come to play with you often.
No, nobody wants to play.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help us, and then we can maybe play.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you need?
Do you remember if something happened to cause the darkness?
I don't know what happened to cause it. It just, well, like I said, like it gets night every night, or it gets dark every night. But it just didn't get light again one day.
Is
Is there
there
like
Sorry.
can you take us to where it is darkest?
great minds?
It's just like the entire town. It's just dark. I mean, I go in the forest, but there's no light there either. It's just hard to see sometimes.
Does anybody else live in the town?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna go to the town and see if anyone is there, and afterwards we will come play.
Okay. Should I stay here then?
Hey,
Nah, you can go back into the woods.
Okay.
I mean, you could come with us.
Yes.
You're going back. Maybe I shouldn't.
Why?
Well, I just don't like going. I always come from there. I just don't like going back.
Why?
I don't know.
You just don't like it,
No,
but you don't know
I
why.
just feel like I shouldn't be there.
Okay. Well, you can stay here. We will
Okay.
probably be back.
Well, hopefully you can make the light come back.
Praise be.
And also with you. And you continue on the path to Star Mantle?
Yeah,
Okay.
at least I do.
Yes.
We will follow. Well, I guess you're following me, but yes, to Star Mantle.
Okay. So the boy just stands there while you guys continue on. And you make your way. You have the distance from where you saw the boy to the town, and I'll have the two in front again make a perception. And as you're walking, there are stones, like the battle map I showed. There were stones along the road, so there's stones scattered around the road. And as you get close to town, you note that the two people in front note that one of the stones is moving, like it's kind of shaking. It's about 50 feet away, I'll say, but you know it's irregular. Something's different about it.
Rocks are moving. Could it be magic?
Do you believe in magic?
I mean, it could.
I have no way of knowing.
I'm gonna investigate the rock.
Do you approach it?
Detect magic.
I have detect magic. I will.
I'm gonna.
Are you gonna take 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual? Or are you
What?
gonna... Gwen said that she was gonna detect magic. You can take
Oh.
10 minutes to not take a spell slot, or you can cast it instantly as a spell slot.
I will cast it instantly.
Okay. Other than the people around you, you don't sense any magic.
Okay.
And this lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Delta, you said you wanted to investigate the rock. Do you want to approach it, or do you want to just stare at it from a distance?
I'm gonna cast the armor of Fagathis, and then I will approach it.
I'll go
Okay.
with you.
So, the party sees something different about Delta, not something you've seen before. But as the rain hits,
It before.
you have?
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't remember when, but
I don't remember
I've
when
used
either.
it once.
But as the rain hits her and falls down her body, you see ice crystals start to form around her, making this protective barrier. And Delta and Mirasha, you approach this. You can make investigation rolls.
Oh, I'm good at that. Okay.
So as you're approaching
5+8.
this rock, it seems to be shaking, like it's shivering in the cold, in the rain. With the wind hitting you sideways, how close do you get to this?
How big is this rock?
Yeah,
It's-
that's a good question.
It's not that big. It's like
Like
up to
a-
your waist.
Like a road marker?
Can I? Am I able to smell what it is cooking?
Roll perception. I don't know. So it's like waist high.
So it's like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a tall rock.
It's like a
Doesn't mean
stone.
It's out your alcohol.
Is it that wide?
You can't tell because you're going at it from an angle. It's just reference how tall it is.
And it looked like it was shivering. It's like 3 foot tall, but how wide is it?
So how close do you get to go to this?
I'm moving closer.
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, so within that distance, you see that this isn't a rock or a stone. It looks to be a person, hunched over, kneeling in the mud. It's not on the road, but it's like on the side in the mud, in the grass. And
It.
what?
You said it's a person, but then you said it.
I'm sorry. They are kneeling in the mud and the grass, and you see dark hair that look to be it's kind of a shadow on what you appear to be a rock in the distance, and the clothing is again kind of common clothing. It's ragged and torn. This person seems to be hands in the mud, kind of moving their hands around, and you hear the sound of whispers coming from it, kind of a trembled whispering.
I will.
I want to call out and ask if they've lost something.
I was going to come up close enough behind them to use my shield as sort of a barrier to kind of protect them from getting directly hit by the sideways rain. If I put myself between her or it and the rainfall, though the thumbnail looks like a her.
So as you're doing so, you hear Delta. What'd you say?
I ask if they've lost something.
Okay.
Like, do you need help finding something?
When you speak, she twists her head around, looks at you, and her eyes go wide, and she backs up, very much frightened of the sight she sees before her, and she puts her arm up in front to protect herself and says, "Don't hurt me."
We're not here to hurt you.
I will still attempt
Do
to
you
try to
need
shield her.
anything?
As you get closer, she still backs away in the mud, trying to get away.
Okay. I'm gonna stop getting closer then.
If you're not here to hurt me, why are you here?
We're here to get rid of the darkness.
What? You're here to get rid of the darkness? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I just turn her like, we committed to that pretty fast.
It's something
you
she'll
will
believe.
become the darkness if you aren't careful. You don't know its power. It'll succumb.
What can we do to protect ourselves?
Leave this place. Get away.
Well, I mean, we have to get rid of the darkness. How can we protect ourselves from the darkness?
The only way to protect yourself from that plague is to leave and never come back. No one can escape.
Why don't you leave then?
I don't know. I don't know why I can't leave. I just can't.
You want to leave, but you physically can't.
No, I have to stay. When I try to leave, it pulls me back.
Does it make you stay outside? Or can you go into a building?
I have not been in a building so long. It's so cold.
Have you seen others out here besides yourself?
Others what? What do you mean?
Have you seen the boy?
People.
Boy? People? I see you. You menacing people. towering over.
I can't help how tall I am, lady.
I do not know any others.
Interesting. It's like everyone's trapped in their own personal hell.
Welcome to D&D.
Was she the rock?
What was that?
Was she the rock?
Yes.
Yeah.
She appeared to be
Or rather,
the trembling
rock
stone.
was her.
She appeared to be a stone from a distance, but as you got closer, you realized it was a person.
Wait, are we still? We're still outside of the city.
Yeah.
Are you looking for something in the mud?
Am I? What?
You looked like you had lost something.
Haven't we all?
I think we should keep
So
going,
true.
because I don't think we're gonna get a lot of information out of this one.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like she knows much more.
No, I mean, I think most citizens we're gonna run into will probably be in a similar state,
They
if I had to
seem
guess.
to have lost more of their memories than us. For some reason.
I mean, maybe it's
Something else is affecting them.
how long has Starmantle been abandoned?
Did I give a number before?
I
I
thought
can't remember if you did. I think you did, but I don't recall.
I may have
Don't
said a long
remember.
time and not a specific number.
I mean,
It's been decades, I would say.
I mean, but I'm gonna move the party forward.
Yeah, don't think there's
Yeah.
anything that these people are going to tell us that is going to be helpful.
As Mirasha, you move back to go to the road, you feel a tug on your arm, and the woman has a overly strong grip on your arm. She says, "No, don't go. You don't. You cannot escape. You will only perish. You become the darkness. It takes all."
There's no turning back. And I try to like push her away from, like, get her off of me.
With ease, you pull yourself away. Yeah, it was just the initial tug that was overly
Yeah.
strong. But you pull away and you make your way back to the road. And you start heading further on the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's turning back until we complete the task at hand.
As the group is passing her by, she shouts to you guys in general, "Just, if you have to go, stay out of the box. It's not of this world."
How big is the box?
Bigger than a bread box?
I'm
What's in-
intrigued.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
You had me at box.
Step 1, put a hole in the box. Khalas, do you ask her?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
It's large enough for one person. But don't go.
Like a coffin?
It's not a coffin. It's just stands upright. You can fit inside if you really wanted to, but I can't imagine why anyone would want to.
Did you?
No, that's where the darkness came.
Ooh,
Good to know.
that is good to know.
They came offering protection, but they led death here. They came from beyond, and no one survived. We trusted them. We trusted them.
Who did you trust?
The people from the box. They promised us protection. They said they had all the power, but then they didn't protect us when they unleashed the darkness upon us.
Why is there a box? What is wrong with you?
Well,
I cannot stop you, but just heed my word. My warnings, they don't. If you see any signs of danger, run. Just leave this place.
we will take that under advisement. Thank you so much for the warning.
And you continue past this woman.
I do.
You think we should go back, guys? You think she made a? I mean,
No.
do you think she staged a very good argument?
I think she made a decent argument, but I think we should continue forward.
I'm pushing the party forward.
Okay. As you're continuing past this woman, she looks defeated, and she puts her hands back in the mud and just like lowers her head and just starts sobbing. Why? And you continue on, getting closer and closer to Star Mantle. And you can see the town. It doesn't look like a large city. It looks about the size of Redansir. There are no walls to protect it. There are just buildings along the edge. The buildings do not look intact. They look a bit ruined from the distance that you're seeing, as if as if they've been torn down. Roofs collapsed. There are some holes in the walls. But I want everyone to make either a perception or a religion check.
They are the same.
Uh, 9 for religion.
So, Delta, Boro, and Guryev, you're a bit in your own thoughts as you continue on. You wonder what this woman was talking about, and you're contemplating on the dangers ahead. Mirasha, Gwyn, and Khalas, you are focused ahead. You're keeping an eye out. You heard her warning, and are watching on either side and forward. And
Maybe what color the box could be.
we'll find out when we get there. You see more rocks. These are smaller than like the boulders you've been seeing, scattered on either side of the road outside of Star Mantle. And these rocks aren't the dark gray of the rain-soaked rocks that you've seen before. These are black. These are completely jet black, kind of stones that you see throughout the fields on either side of the road. Khalas, you definitely feel like there's something going on. Something is off with these stones that you see.
Would that detect magic spell still be in effect by the time we get to the black stones?
I would say yes, but you still don't detect magic on these stones.
It's a cat.
Meow.
With these perception or religion rolls, do you want to do anything or continue moving on?
I mean,
I'm good with moving on.
I'm kind of superstitious. I'd rather not touch a rock or anything. Might make me crazy like the natives. Or the locals. There we go.
Khalas, would you like to do anything? Besides draw a box?
I guess I'm going to look at this rock. That's suspicious, and I'm going to touch it.
Well, before you touch it, you approach one of the stones on the side of the road, and you see that it is a skull. It is a jet black skull. It is attached to a skeleton that is half submerged in the mud, but it is a humanoid skeleton that's jet black.
That's odd.
Do you still touch it?
No, but I do point it out.
Good to know my feelings are in the right place.
This one's a skull. Very unusual. Does it look painted or does it look like it's burnt?
It looks matte black.
Matte black. Not painted. Is it wet from the rain?
You see rain hitting it, but you aren't sure if it's wet.
So it's just like absorbing it's just, there's no reflection on it at all, not even water.
Right.
Interesting.
So we're just in a field of skulls?
It's not completely skulls, they're skeletons. Like, there are bodies attached to these skulls.
Oh, but, a field of dead peeps.
Are the bodies also, like the rest of the bones, black? Or are they normal?
You inspect the others and they're all black.
Maybe you should try to cleanse one, Khalas.
Turn undead?
No, like maybe they're the bones of those people and you have to set them free.
But they can touch people. They're not like all ghosty.
I don't know how to do that.
You're a cleric. That's your job. Guryev?
I guess I'm
Also
going
cleric?
to start speaking a prayer then and censoring the undead.
Well,
Don't you have like holy fire or something?
Well, no. Like, I would have detected these guys unless we were within. Unless they
You
were...
did detect them.
No, I didn't detect dead. I didn't detect undead.
So they're not undead,
They're
but
not
you did
undead.
detect something.
And they're not magic. Like, there's no magic emanating from them, but there's something.
Hold on. It's So it's an actual like dead body.
Yes.
The
These
skeleton.
bones. It's a skeleton. And I'm pointing out that this is a black skull that is completely matte black and no light is reflecting off of it, not even the rain. It just looks like a black hole.
Do you think this is the darkness?
Maybe this is what the darkness caused.
Would this qualify for as a corpse?
Yes. I would say so.
If you're trying to animate dead, yes, you can.
Well, not animate dead. Animate dead is not helpful.
Like,
It'd be
talk to dead.
It'd be speak with dead. I just wasn't sure if it was like only things that are like a certain amount. It doesn't say like how long dead they can't be.
Why don't you try it and see what happens?
Sure. I'll try casting speak with dead. It just has to have a mouth. So it could literally just be a head. So yeah. I'll cast Speak with Dead.
I mean, just that it doesn't have a tongue exactly.
It doesn't need one.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, so you speak with dead. What do you want to ask it?
Hey, how's it going? How about this rain?
It's 2 to 5 questions.
How did you die?
Hey, how's it going? How's the rain? How'd you die? 2 more.
Alright. So
I was joking.
first question. You is it just the cleric that hears this?
Here, I will share everyone. It says the corpse must have a mouth. Spell fails. Oh shit. Corpse only know what it knew in life, including the languages and new answers. Are usually brief, cryptic, and repetitive.
Alright. So I guess everyone can hear this. So ask how the figure died. You hear sort of an off in the distance kind of sound. It's like the pain. Why am I back? I died. It came from another world. It slew us all. Next question.
Moving on.
How did that was
No.
the first one is how did you die? So
Does it know of the box?
Well, they said that they was the box here before they came to release the darkness.
Was the box here before they came to release the darkness? The darkness came with them.
So they brought the box then. Okay.
The box contained the darkness?
Yeah. So the lady, she said that they said that they would unleash the darkness.
Interesting.
and did
Or
he
they
say
said they would help.
Ask it of it if it knows of the wand.
Do you know of anything that might be known as the Wand of Polarities?
Thought it was Thunder Wand of Polarities.
Right. But I'm just,
Yeah, we'll
I'm
just-
gonna say Wand of Polarities.
What is that? I don't know.
I must have interrupted Goku. I interrupted Goku going into a Super Saiyan.
Ask why the skeletons turned black.
It probably has something to do with the.
How many questions have we asked?
Three.
That's three.
3?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Karen, you just can't ask why skeletons turn black.
Nice.
I imagine it has something to do with like how it's like corrupted or whatever. Where is the box located?
Came. Then, send her down. It's don't go seeking it.
Ask if it wants us to bury its remains, and say a rite of passing.
Can you take this off?
I mean, probably do it. Is there anything else important? It's did the people who released the darkness, did they stay or did they leave?
They weren't there when the darkness came. They promised to protect. They were gone when it came on, took us away. And the feeling of the spirit leaves as your final question is answered.
So it sounds like they essentially brought a bomb. It's a darkness, but brought it, set the timer, and skedaddled to leave the town to supper.
But why?
I don't know. They must know something that we don't know.
Well, so the town is like focused on the stars and astronomy / astrology, right?
Yes.
Maybe they were getting too close to discovering something.
Did the ghost spirit say something about the darkness being from out of this world, like out of this universe, like it not being part of our universe, it being otherworldly?
It came. They said it came from where?
Beyond.
Beyond.
And that makes it sound like,
So to me, that means it sounds like aliens from.
yeah,
space.
that sounds like aliens to me. So maybe they discovered something, saw something they weren't supposed to, and the aliens came down and released the darkness to protect whatever secret was discovered.
But what would that have to do with the wand? Is the part that doesn't make sense.
Maybe it has nothing to do with the wand in particular. Maybe the wand just was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But it's an artifact. That's how this works.
And maybe the wand was used to... What's the wand called again? The full name.
The Thunder Wand of Polarities.
Thunder Wand
So-
of Polarities.
Maybe if we use the wand on the box, it'll polarize it and it will be light again. Are you laughing?
Who?
Oh, he's thumping on the table. I thought he was laughing at me. Anyway, that's my current theory.
Okay.
Shall we press forward?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm ready to press forward.
Khalas?
Hold on. She's gotta finish drawing the cat. So you press on and continue.
Yes.
The town gets closer. You continue to see more and more of these dark skeletons in the mud surrounding the town. Some of them are half buried. Some of them are on the surface. Some of them are heaped over the stones. that line the road. And you enter the town.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you enter this town, and it is very bleak. You look up, and the clouds seem to be forming this counterclockwise spiral in the sky. The wind seems to be blowing you at intense speeds at this point. You having difficulty to stay standing. The rain is getting colder and colder as it hits your armor and your clothing. And you walk into the streets of this town, and there are the walls of the ruined buildings are also jet black, the same color as the skeletons on the outside. Everyone roll a perception.
Khalas is still thinking about the skeleton person.
So you're all in here. You're wondering. You're contemplating about all the information that you've gathered upon entering this town that's said to be abandoned for decades, and you see the clouds forming in the sky. You feel the cold air. You feel like not just the physical cold of the weather, but you feel like something in your head is causing you to look over your shoulder even though you don't see anyone, and the feeling of being watched without anyone being there. And Khalas, you see along the ground of the town, in the streets and in the dirt mud, there's kind of a very thin layer of fog that has made its way in from the sea. And
How does Khalas see anything?
Yeah, I rolled a 7. I rolled a natural 1.
I don't know. Maybe you've got your shield in front of you, protecting yourself from the wind and the rain. Your mind is elsewhere because you are disturbed by the sight of the dozens and dozens of skeletons on the outside of this town. Just looking as they're all laying down in the direction away from the town. But Delta, you look up. You have sort of a feeling for a little bit of weather and the rain. You've experienced storms that have been really bad before, but you look up and the spiral in the sky is above, like directly above you at this point. But it starts to form, and the clouds are pulled down into a funnel, and the clouds spinning around. Rain is hitting the side of your face. It's getting icy cold at this point, and the cloud funnel goes down and touches a point in the town. I guess do you guys do anything?
Seek shelter?
I want to go in any of those houses.
I mean, we're
They
kind
look
of
just like the bodies. I'm not touching them. They're creepy.
Any better suggestions?
I cast dancing lights.
You can now see better.
Thanks.
So I guess you guys would go to the side, like try and find a ruined cart or some sort of wall to hide yourself from the funnel cloud coming down.
Is
And
this
since we're not
Fungus is
going
not-
inside a house,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess if we're not going inside an actual
I
building,
mean, you can go inside all you want, but I'm not as if it's not black, then that's fine. But I am not going inside a black structure. They did say don't go in the box too, which I don't know why we would want to, but maybe that means the houses. They didn't really seem to know what other people were, despite conversing with us easily.
are we able to find some kind of protection from this funnel that is not indoors?
Yeah, there's some like stalls outside that are being blown over from the intense wind, but you managed to find like a chest high wall and get out of the immediate wind while not going inside a direct building. So you do so, unless there's somebody else that wants to say anything.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
No.
So this funnel of wind and clouds descends upon the town. It touches down in the center. It doesn't immediately suck anything in like a tornado would, but it seems to be there for maybe 5 seconds, and it, after doing that for a little bit, spinning in the center of like a town road, it starts to dissipate the clouds around it, and you see at the base 2 large legs, and it dissipates up this, creating a figure now visible of this giant creature. The creature is in sort of blowing robes and white chest plate and shoulder pads, and as it goes up, you can see a very large weapon at its side, and it descends upward back into the sky, and it leaves this giant figure about 15 feet tall. I can describe how massive it is, but it's completely bald. It has a lot of tattoos and piercings on its face. It is this.
It's Raditz.
It has a lot of tattoos and piercings on its face.
Yes. And as the clouds go up, they stop spinning in that spot, but the wind continues to hit you and blow what's left of whatever this town is or was. And the figure looks in and around the town, doesn't appear to see you as you've sheltered yourself from the wind before, and it starts making steps down the roads and looking from side to side and taking a few more steps and looking around.
Well then.
Should we run away?
Can I roll insight on it and see what it's like? Like, is it looking for something? Does it look menacing or what?
Yes.
Uh,
Anyone who wants to can roll insight.
Why not?
okay. I have shit rolls today. Wait. I can re-roll that, right? I have inspiration. That gives you a re-roll.
Yes, it gives you advantage.
Do it. What is it?
Roll the
Insight.
natural 27.
Jesus.
All right. Gwyn and Delta, you see this massive figure appear from these clouds. Just when they weren't there before, these clouds came down and then went back up, and just here, you didn't hear any sounds like it was moving along the ground or running. It just appeared in the ground, and it looks like it's looking at the buildings, observing, trying to figure things out. But Guryev and Khalas, you do see it is peering around. It is looking through like over buildings. Some of the buildings that have been the roofs have caved in. It seems to peer down into them. It keeps a hand on its weapon as it walks around looking, and a few moments it will grab a cart with ease and just move it to the side just to look where it was.
I told the rest of the group who didn't see that, we should go.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
And I'm gonna start sneaking away.
I will follow. I'm not stealthy though.
Where
Maybe the wind will mask my clinking and clanking.
What? Like, are we continuing, or are we?
Sounds like you're leaving the town.
Are we sneaking around it, or are we just leaving?
I don't know if we want to leave. I thought we're just trying to hide.
Yeah, no, we're just trying to hide. We're just trying to like
okay.
out of its.
Yeah.
Sounded like you
path.
said we should go, as in we should leave.
Well, we should go like away from it.
Before it searches behind our
Yeah, like
wagon.
we should keep trying to move.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, everyone who wants to make a stealth roll.
Sure.
That's great.
Well. Oh my.
So, seeing this figure looking around, it's very large and looks like it could easily slap you out of the way if it wanted to. So you see this and kind of fear washes over everyone, and you sneak through the alleyways and make your way around, just kind of looking, keeping an eye out as well for any signs of this box. But you're occasionally like hitting a piece of fallen pillar or piece of wood that's fallen over and making a crashing noise, but you don't seem to draw any attention to yourself. And as you're making your way around through this town, everything, including the ground, is completely jet black, just like the skeletons outside. And
Is there anywhere where there isn't black?
since you entered the town, everything has been black.
Even like the opposite sides of the houses?
What you can see to be the houses, carts, stalls, everything is jet black. The wood, the stone, the mud.
I'm gonna try
But
and-
the mud behaves like normal mud.
Yeah, it squishes.
Oh.
So you make your way around, avoiding this, making a wide angle, and you do get to a point where you can see the port, the Sea of Fallen Stars, and there is a let's go with the previous rolls. Wow, it wasn't very good. Delta, you notice that there is a very thick, large fog. It's about 10 feet tall, approaching in the Sea of Fallen Stars. And it's moving towards the port.
Guys, do you think that's maybe another one?
Does fog normally behave that way?
Not really.
Then probably, yes. We should try and avoid that too now.
After Delta calls your attention to that, you see a wooden longship pierce its way out of the fog, and this is a large, again another large object, but you only see a single rider in this. It fills out the boat pretty well, but the boat beaches itself in the port, and out steps another large figure, not as tall as the other one, but it's probably around 10 to 12 feet tall. But this one is light blue. It has kind of leather armor, looking to be like animal skins, and it's got a large animal bear skin over both of its shoulders, actually, and it has like a ram's horn helmet on it. But it makes its way out of the port, and does anyone speak Giant?
I thought.
I do not.
I do not.
Hang on, though. Let me look at something.
Don't you have like... well, no, because that's like communicate or something.
So while we're figuring that out, the rest of you hear the newest Giant look to the first one, and even though you can't understand the meaning of what they're saying, it says in a very deep booming that echoes throughout the town, "Oshno, Oshna, Moshno." And the first Giant turns to the second one, and it responds like, and it seems like they're communicating. There's no conflict between the two of them. They just look like they're talking.
I have no idea what they're saying.
I like literally speak everything that's above and below the ground, but nothing that's on the ground.
Well, I don't feel like being stumped by a giant, and I don't want to take chances, but so we should be careful how we proceed.
Okay.
Are we close to the center of town yet?
Well, the
First guy?
the first one was pretty close to the center, but he's moved away, and you made your way around, not getting close to the center, but
Ow. Jeez.
made your way around near the port, not at the port, just close enough for you to see this happen.
Is the guy, the blue guy, is he staying on the ship or is he coming into the town?
He departed his ship and is walking down a road. He's not trampling on any of the buildings, but he's walking down the road closer to the first one.
Is he searching too?
If you wait a little bit, after they have a conversation where you can't understand, the first one goes back to moving stuff like buildings out of the way and debris, continuing to search, and the blue one pulls a great axe from his back and starts he puts it on the ground and starts dragging it around and uses it to nudge open some of the houses kind of in a forceful way, and you hear the stones clatter to the ground.
I wonder what they're looking for. Could they be
We
looking
don't
for
hear
the
any
wand?
people, right?
You don't hear any shouting.
Are
or
they both
talking.
away from the center? Can we move towards the center?
Yeah. They're a little bit away. They've made a little bit of progress away from it. But you'd have to sneak to the center.
Well, I want to sneak as they move away towards the center.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
No.
No.
Okay. So, following Delta, towards, quote unquote, towards the giant as best you can, not being seen. I want everyone to make a con save. Khalas, you have advantage.
Oh,
Sweet.
boy. Nice.
Boro?
Here.
Sorry, muted.
Okay.
I accidentally got logged back out for some reason in D&D Beyond, so I'm just logging back in to do the
Okay.
save.
Well, as you're making your way towards the center of the town, you kind of feel a pain in your chest, and you cough a little bit, and you kind of shrug it off. Boro, you can't quite shrug off the cough. It overwhelms you, and you feel your esophagus and your chest start to burn a little bit, and you take 2 points of damage.
Is the wind still blowing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
2 points. Can I use uncanny dodge? No, I'm just kidding.
I juke the cough.
As would you like to do anything after that?
No.
Okay. So as you're getting closer to what you suspect to be center of town, the giants look to be becoming impatient. They look like they're being more urgent with moving buildings out of the way, and instead of just pushing things, they're sort of kicking things or hitting things with their weapons. It's getting a little bit more urgent, and they're getting impatient with their search.
Are there any other houses or places that does it look like they've been here before and they're coming back to check other places?
No. It looks like they haven't been to this town before.
What an amazing coincidence that they showed up on the same day we did.
It's as if they were waiting for you because you guys were taking so long. I'll have everyone make one more perception or nature check.
Same again.
All right. Mirasha and Gwyn, you see. Now that Delta has pointed out to you, you see the mist along the ground. It's very thin, and it only goes up about a foot, but it moves towards the blue giant, and it surrounds his feet. And you don't see him notice anything. He continues to just scrape along the roofs of the houses and try to open them up to look inside. But this mist starts to build its way up his legs and go up, engulfing his body. You can still see him, but it's like hazy. And as it ascends upon him, he suddenly realizes that there's something different, and he starts to pat his body, trying to get the mist off of him. But it continues to move up. When he swipes it away, it parts like it's been pushed, but it is quickly replaced by more, and it makes its way up to his face, and he shouts out, and the first giant turns to see his partner getting engulfed by this mist, and he uses his arm to try and like move the wind and push the mist away. And while it gets a little bit gets pulled away, it starts to engulf him completely, and he lets out a final before he falls over on the house he was searching face first.
Let's try to avoid the mist, guys.
And you see that there is mist around your ankles also.
I'm trying to swish it away already. Like, nope.
This is weird.
Don't let the mist engulf you.
As the first giant sees the second one fall over, it shouts out, "Roar!" And you feel the wind get suddenly intense, and the rain starts to form and get colder, and it starts to pelt you with hail. Everyone take 1 point of damage.
I feel like if we want to get rid of the rain, we have to take down the remaining giant, but I don't want to.
Think the mist will take him down for us.
Yeah.
I mean, but he can blow the mist away.
I don't think that the mist is under the giant's control.
I don't think so either, because it just killed the blue one.
So how would he be able to blow the mist away then if he couldn't save his friend?
That's true. I mean, it just seemed like, I don't know, I assumed with the wind it kind of...
I think we should keep moving while the mist is busy with the giants. But I'm gonna like wrap my cloak around my nose and mouth. And grab the wind fan out of my backpack and have it in my other hand.
Alright. As you see this happen, and the rain starts to pelt you, turn to ice, and you're doing your best to brush the mist away from your ankles and feet, but the mist sinks into the ground, and it disappears from the from where you can see it. Just sinks and seeps into the dirt road, the mud road, and Guryev, you suddenly feel something strong from the earth. You feel like this is not safe anymore, not as safe as it once was, as skeletal arms start to pull themselves out of the dirt. the mud.
I'm gonna turn undead.
Dislikes being called short.
You're gonna turn undead?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the save?
If they're starting at 5th level, when the undead fail its saving throw against your turn undead feature, the creature is instantly destroyed. I'm assuming it's like wisdom, probably. So,
What's your spell save?
15.
Okay. So as these things are pulling themselves out, you a radiance bursts from Guryev, and half of the skeletons that are in the ground just blow, like turn into dust, disappear. Each one puffs up in a black mist as their jet black bodies are turned and destroyed. But I'll move on to here. And I think that's where we'll end it.
Skeletons!
There's a lot of them.
Hey. I can
And a
use it.
giant.
Let's put the giant on the layer so you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. Can you?
I can't actually see anything. Like, my vision is like 5 feet.
Okay.
I see a bunch of
Same.
bunch of stuff.
There's baddies over here and over here.
I don't see that. All of that's black.
And
me.
here,
Yeah, no, we're like surrounded.
there's a big guy and a bunch of little guys here. There's like
Big guy here.
Also,
got-
don't forget I cast dancing lights.
Yeah, I will get those dancing lights in.
there's a
for
lot of
next
big
time.
guys and a bunch of little guys, and yeah.
Also, about catching a goblin before, dancing lights last only a minute, 5 minutes. How long does it last?
I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. That guy got away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll end it here. Start initiative next time.
Whoop, whoop.
That was a
Dun, dun,
fun
dun.
time. With a lot of role playing and getting hints and clues.
And the innkeeper likes me. I taught him how to make delicious soup.
Do you know his name?
Hush you.
All right. Have a good night, Twitch.
Film lore.
If you want a soup recipe.